Welcome back to Backroom Convos. I'm your host at the most, Lesego M, Daddy Report, aka Shoot Your Shot, and maybe you might get a chance to call me Daddy like Cairo. Listen, if you are a fan of Port, stay tuned because you might like what we are cooking. On today's episode, we are talking about Monday Movie Review, the segment where we talk about all the latest movies that came out in 2024 or in any other month, or the movie that I might just have enjoyed. It might not be this year, but maybe last year or the year before last. But bottom line is that it's all the movies that we are watching as, what do we call ourselves? Like Tiger has like the Tigress, Beyonce has the Beehive. What do we call ourselves even? But we'll figure that out later. So yeah, man, it's movies. Generally, this segment is about rating movies that I've watched and some of the recommendations that you guys make to me to go out and check out some of the movies the same way we do with books. You guys do recommendations, I do recommendation, I give recommendations rather. So yeah, so on today's episode, it's Monday movie review, and maybe let's give ourselves a round of applause for the fact that we are here today. Like I know that we haven't been releasing as many episodes or been consistent with every day of every week releasing episode in and out. But yeah, man, I'm looking into changing that. Yeah, filler words even. I'm having a lot of filler words as I speak. I haven't been doing this for a minute now, but yeah, I'm going to fix that. Yeah, recording more episode. Tomorrow's episode is also coming. Tuesday, the Wednesday episode, the Thursday, the Friday episode is also coming. So I'll be recording more episodes. There's been a lot of things that's been happening in my life behind the scenes, but we're not going to talk about that. So the song of the day is by Matima, or it's featuring Matima. I don't remember if you guys remember in 2015. I think the second runner-up of Idols, Matima is that artist who came out number two in Idols 2015. For those of you who are interested, so her name is Matima. 2015 Idols. Go check her out. Google her out. So she is featured in the Spirit of Praise 9. I don't know if it's an album, but I think it's a Spirit of Praise album, ninth album. So yeah, do check it out. The name of the song is Bina Moya Waka. I don't know what that means in English. I don't want to butcher it. So Bina Moya Waka, it's the name of the song. Do go and check it out. So the ratings of the song currently, this is only on YouTube. It has like amazing numbers, and it's the first time, by the way, that we are reviewing a gospel song. So currently, it sits at 7.8 million, and it's been on YouTube for years. So 7.8, it's amazing. It's amazing. So for those of you who want the backstory of how Bina Moyawaka was recorded with Spirit of Praise alongside or featuring Matema was recorded. There's a behind the story of the song on the description box of the song in the Spirit of Praise page for those of you who are interested in reading that. What a mouthful. So currently Spirit of Praise is sitting on 358k subscribers on YouTube alone. We no longer use Spotify, by the way, for those of you who are wondering why we no longer are using Spotify for our rankings. We're using YouTube, so we're using that. But sooner or later, we'll get back to like Spotify. There's just like some technical issues that we're dealing with. But as soon as we get that fixed, we'll get back to Spotify. Yeah, man. I know I have been speaking about ratings, how we've been doing on the podcast ratings, because we haven't been consistent in releasing episodes. I think we fell short on some areas. I saw like at some point we were ranking in Zambia. We've been ranking in Zimbabwe. We've been ranking in Botswana. We've only ranked once in Lesotho. We've ranked in Dubai, by the way. UAE, we've rated in like Dubai. People have rated in Dubai. Have listened to it as much as, and I want to talk about this before we like. I know we have to talk. Okay, get on to what we're supposed to talk about, which is Monday movie review. But I want to talk to you about something. I know Uti, the podcast is not where it's supposed to be. Like as far as like audio quality or production as a whole, it's not where I envision it or like where I want it to be or where you guys wish it should be. Like as far as like audio quality video. I know like I've been getting texts and calls from people saying, "Good, you're doing well. The podcast and don't." but try and implementing, the video version of the podcast, of which we are like consistently, I'm consistently thinking about it. And hopefully, like fingers crossed. You remember I said to you, we were supposed to release the video version of the podcast this year when we hit 100, when we hit 100 episodes. So yeah, we haven't. Well, we went beyond 100 episodes. I think we're halfway to, or we are on our road to 200 episodes as we speak on. So, but I think bottom line is it's somewhere there in my mind, and we want to. And the thing is, I don't want to, because it's easy. I think I've said this before, Uguti. I've been approached for recording and like arrangements of like having the podcast on like YouTube or whatever TV, whatever the case may be. But I wasn't in control of like I didn't have creative control over the content that we were releasing, the show ideas, the behind the scenes. So I think the whole idea of like having like owning the entire value chain of the podcast is also like understanding each and every facet of that business component. It's either like editing, you need to know everything about that. If it's, visuals, you need to know everything about it. Scripting, how you present yourself, branding. There's just a lot that falls into it. And I just want to learn it all. And I know I might not learn it all. I won't learn it all. It's impossible that I can just learn all of those things within a day. But I'm giving myself time, giving myself grace, patience to, it's a lot, I know, but I'm patient. I'm patient enough. I'm patient enough to learn everything that's required for me to learn. Because I think at some point I'll get to a place where I'm outsourcing skill to other productions as far as like visuals, as far as like scripting, as far as like copywriting or like blogging or whatever the case may be. I'm looking into doing that and also like empowering some of the upcoming, podcasters, artists, and as a whole, like the creative realm as a whole. I'm looking into like empowering all those people, especially those who come from like this disadvantaged backgrounds. I'm looking into like empowering those. So yeah, man, let's get into the song of the day. Oh, by the way, I forgot. You guys are supposed to give yourselves a round of applause, and it's like 7, 8 minutes in. But regardless, you guys give yourself a round of applause, man. Shout out to the people who have been subscribing, even though we weren't releasing any episodes. Please give yourself a round of applause. So yeah, man, so appreciate you for listening, man. Appreciate you for listening. I think with the remaining time, we might as well do the movie review that we supposed to be doing on this segment. I'm a bit rusty in this episode. I know this is like the fourth take of this episode that we are doing now. So yeah, hopefully with time I'll get better. I'll get better. I know it'll get better. So yeah, I haven't really watched the trailer of the movie. I didn't watch the trailer of the movie because it was just something I just picked and watched on the spot. So I didn't watch the trailer. So the storyline out of 10, I'm giving it 8 out of 10. And shout out to Google, by the way. She and shout out to the matriculants. Before I say shout out to the matriculants. Today they started writing. Shout out to everyone that's writing. I know my young sister is writing as well. Shout out to you, Mpomasilo. Shout out to her. Shout out to Guki as well. And she also attained her degree. I think she's doing her honors now in PEd. I don't know. But I think she's somewhere within like the PEd vicinity. She has a degree there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a degree in PEd or whatever, teaching, whatever. Within that education space, she does have a degree in that. I think she's teaching intermediate phase, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to her as well. So for those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, I don't want to spill the tea. Just go on TikTok and search Lulu G underscore Lulu G. I think it's Lulu G underscore. Yeah, just go and check it out. So for those of you who didn't watch the episode, we recorded an episode with her, I think last year. Yeah, we recorded an episode with her last year. So she was a part of Miss World South Africa. She was a part of like the list of like candidates that made it to like the semis or quarterfinals or semifinals. Yeah, semifinals. So she's part of that. Those people who are part of that. Just go look, watch or listen to that episode, and make sure to get the handles to her TikTok. I don't know if she has an Instagram or she has posted on Instagram. So, but just go out there and watch what I'm talking about. So shout out to her, by the way. So yeah, going back to the movie, Monday movie review episode 137. So the movie is Dominic. I rated the storyline without giving the name of the movie. So the name of the movie is Dominic. Dominic episode 7. For those of you wondering, storyline I did say, but I'm giving it 8 out of 10. There's one plot twist that I really enjoyed. It threw me off, but I was like, ooh, like I really enjoyed it. I was like, ooh, like this, the best. So, but out of 10, I give it an 8 out of 10. Acting, uh, it's giving. We are still within the theater realm. You're still practicing. There's just a few things that are questionable within that. I watched it. I wasn't complaining, but I was like, yeah, if you had so and so actor XY, this would have came out better. Or even on the production level, I still felt like they could have done better, but I'm not complaining. So talking about the acting, I give it a 7 out of 10. Cinematography, what would, and like they kept on throwing curveballs within that. I don't know if like the storyline, like the storyline, it's not giving. But okay, we give it a 10. They're trying actors. There's no one who's popular within that. So yeah, within Dominic, there's no one who's popular there. So go watch it. So cinematography, I give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah, I give it a 6 out of 10. But again, giving it a 6, let's say an 8, but 7.5 is fair. And I'll tell you why I'm saying 7.5. If you've watched Americana, right? If you've watched Americana, it's the same. Like videography, it's the same parallel, or it's the same level, it's vertically, or not vertically, horizontally on the same pedestal. Yeah. you know. So yeah, it's on the same pedestal. Do let me know what you think about it. If you really enjoyed it, let me know in the comment section. I'm your host with the most, Lesego M, Report, aka Shoot Your Shot. Maybe you might get a chance to call me Daddy like Cairo. So yeah, man, the soundtrack didn't really pay much attention to it, as I said, Uguti, when we started. I was watching the movie for the sake of watching a movie. I wasn't watching for the sake of the podcast, but I remembered we were supposed to record the Monday episode. I was like, actually, we need to prepare for the Monday episode. Hence, we are reviewing the movie now. Soundtrack, I think, from I don't know if I can recall anything, but just to be fair, because it's my mistake, we'll just give it a 10. We are giving it a 10 because it's my mistake. You know what I hate is sometimes we tend to downplay the people who are doing the music scoring for the movie, because like why would you give them a 5 if you didn't listen? Maybe the music or the soundtrack was a 10, or it was my favorite artist, but if it was my favorite artist I would have recognized. But my point is, because I didn't listen, why do I have to downplay the efforts as far as like soundtracking or music scoring, if I may? So yeah, it's my mistake. We are giving them a 10, and I still ask you guys to go out, watch the movie, tell me what you think, and please do not forget to follow, like, and subscribe to get a notification for each and every time we drop a new episode. Do let me know again what you think of the Rusty episode 137. It's one of those days. It's a Monday evening, not evening, so it's still afternoon, 5:38 time of recording this episode. It's 5:38. So the book of the day is Atomic Habits by James Clear. I haven't finished the book, surprisingly. I know, like, I was supposed to like have finished the book a long time ago, but we haven't finished the book. I haven't finished the book. Have you finished the book? Do let me know in the comment section. So the book was originally released in 2016 October. you know, October 2016, not 26, 2018, on the 16th October 2018 by James Ellie. So for those of you who've read the book, I think it's an interesting book. It's an amazing read. That's why on Amazon it's ranking 4.7 out of 5. And on exclusive books it's ranking 5 out of 5. On Root it's ranking 4 out of 5. An amazing book. And in Google reviews it's ranking 95% of people like it on Google. Do let me know what you think about the book. So the genre of the book is self-help book. So yeah, do let me know what you think about the book. So it's talking about the 1% rule in achieving, or 1% rule in atomic habits. So the rule that you need to attain to, influence 99% of your daily life, So the 90, I think someone told me about the 80-20 or the 20-80 rule. There's a book apparently of the 80-20 rule, but it's a book. It's not a rule, but it's a book. So yeah, do let me know if you've read the book. And yeah, what would you want to hear on the next episode of Backroom Convos with Lesego M? I'm your host with the most, Lesego M. Let's meet again on episode 1day 8 tomorrow. I think tomorrow it's a Tuesday. I have a surprise for you guys. I'm so excited. So yeah, do not forget to rate and subscribe to get a notification again for each and every time we release a new episode. So yeah, cheers, man.